How are you? My name is Hazel, and you are welcome in this beautiful community that we are all creating. I'm holding a box of crayons because I just wanted to hopefully make you remember when you were just maybe 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, where you were creating something from the abundance of your heart, from the abundant imagination that you still have and maybe you have forgotten. So I know you because you are me. You've been through life's ups and downs. You've been through hormonal changes. You've been through all the things that a woman has to go through. And maybe you have your own surgeries too, like I did, and you have been affected with burnout, chronic fatigue, chronic pain, and inflammation, all these things that is manifested in your physical body because you have forgotten to look within yourself and remember your inner artist who is also a child, regardless of what the scam they have told you about. Oh, you are now an adult. Honestly, all the adults are just kids who are grown up and who have learned a skill or two or more to regulate their emotions and handle themselves a little bit better than children. However, when you have not done the work and there's triggers along the way, then this is where you have to know whether, oh my gosh, do I still have work to do? And I believe that the healing continues. And now that I allowed God to come back into my life, because if you are aware of the story of the prodigal son, aka daughter, and the bleeding woman, that was also me. I've been through the other side, on the dark side of the fence, and I'm also on the happier and positive side of the fence. And I am combining everything that I have learned through my journey to the breaking down of the old story, the breaking down of the old patterns that I thought was me, and the breaking down and the dying of the ego that used to protect me from being hurt and getting hurt, or me projecting my own hurt to those people around me. And I've asked for forgiveness. I've also asked myself for forgiveness. The last and the worst and the most difficult thing that I have done is to ask myself for forgiveness, for I did not know what I was doing when I was younger. Do you remember all the stupid things that we have done way back when we were just developing our brains, our emotional regulations, and we don't even know how to regulate our emotions at that time, or the nervous system, because nobody taught us how to. So if you look at this beautiful box of crayons, there are 24 different colors in here. And this is the beauty of how different we can be, and also we are also connected or not separated at all, because the ego would always tell you you are separated, you are different from the other person, and there's no other. It's just you being pushed out into what we called reality. So last, I know this is going to be all over the place. Last Saturday, I would like to share with you a little bit of what happened on my first workshop. These are women who are already in their, we call them elders because they're already in their 60s, 70s, and they have been through life's ups and downs. And most of them are so full of different kinds of experiences and stories, but I let them play. I allowed them, I gave them the space to remember their most amazing stories, and some of them have very painful stories. And in fact, there was one um, sister who was so afraid to share her story because it was her first time to actually share her most painful story. So I don't know your story. I know the old story that really held me back to sharing my own right now was the belief that I allowed to believe for me was that I wasn't good enough because I have heard so many adults around me comparing myself to another girl. And I allowed that story to keep playing and playing, and it really robbed me with so many opportunities because I was sabotaging myself and I really thought that I was not good enough. Then God reminded me, Hazel, you are good enough. You are good enough. You are smart enough, and you don't even have to try harder. You don't have to compete. You don't have to prove anything. Right now, you are just simply here and now, and you are loved and you are enough. It took me a long time to get to that place of, oh, I took on that victim mentality where I felt like life was just filled with injustice, which is still true. However, I look at it from a very different perspective now, whereby even the worst thing that happened to me and to you, what if that was your most amazing experience in a way that allowed you to personally grow, evolve, and heal? During the time of your own healing, during the time of unraveling and forgetting that you're enough, of course there are so many crazy thoughts that's coming in and out of your consciousness, and then you dropped into your heart and feel. Just be silent. You are not your story. You are not your name. You're not any of your achievements. It doesn't even define what happened to you or the betrayal that you have done to yourself or you allowed other people to hurt you along the way. What if you are more than that? So, right now, I am happy, grateful, excited to keep this encouragement going because I know that this is my gift. It took me a long, long time to get to this place of comfort. And honestly, I'm still uncomfortable doing this. You know, talking to the camera, talking to somebody that I do not know, yet I know because I was there in those difficult times as well. And so, if you have been through a very difficult time in your life, you've battled anxiety, you've battled depression, you've battled all this not good enough kind of BS story, I see you, I feel you, because that was me too. And even now, there are still days where I battle against those thoughts. However, I do not believe in it anymore. I know who I am at the core. My faith is stronger than before. And I believe that God has allowed me to put this message out there for you to hopefully listen. Maybe not now, or maybe when you are ready. Wherever you are in the world right now, I want you to know and I want you to remember that you are good enough, that you are created to create. And regardless of what you've been through, like what Maya Angelou would say, and still I rise. So, I am rebuilding my life one aspect at a time right now. It is so uncomfortable AF. However, I look at it as now that God is with me, and now that I have people behind me who are supportive of my new chapter of this new adventure, it doesn't really matter how difficult that is, because also I am beginning to trust myself. I am beginning to trust that God has brought me to this place in order for me to share the story that changed me from I was not good enough, and now remembering that, oh my goodness, I am good enough. The reason why I share this one is because the more I shared my story to people, and the more I allowed myself to be very vulnerable, not performing, just being me, being true to who I am now, and the person that I prefer to be, do, and have, is that everyone that I have met along the way, here and abroad, they kept repeating that story that, oh, I am not smart enough, I don't have enough money, I am not this, I am not that. And that, when you say, you know, God says, remember in the Old Testament, Moses asked, like, who are you? I am. So after the I am, I don't know who started this, but after you say I am, and then dot dot dot, you say I am not good enough, I am not this, I am not smart, that will follow you. And the results will also show you, right? Your results will show you that you're not really that good enough. However, when you say I am good enough, even if you're still going through the changes, and you're believing that there is a supernatural power, powerful being supporting you during the process of change and transformation, your faith and your courage is going to be enough to carry you through to the next chapter of your journey. So I hope that you like this. Please leave me a comment below. Let me know that you are, getting this through from my heart to yours, that even if what I say right now doesn't really land for you, my prayer is that you come back, and when that time comes, maybe this will land from a place of, wow, she's right, I am good enough. And my mirror, I have one mirror here downstairs and upstairs. Every time I go to the mirror, I always have to say, hey, I believe in you, you are good enough, and I trust you that you got this. Because you've already done a lot of great things before. Maybe you just have forgotten, right? Sometimes we just forget. And that's part of the human condition, that's part of the journey too. So hopefully, this will be an encouragement to you, even if sometimes it can be discouraging, right? And uncomfortable. Discomfort is a sign that you are growing, right? Because there is no growth in the comfort zone. So let me know in the comment section below, and help me help you as I continue to grow as well, in progress as well. And I look forward to hearing from you soon, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.